Hey, it's Spence from WP Launchify. In today's Masterclass, I'm going to demonstrate how to adjust for the proper body font and style when using Fluent Community with the Fluent Community Customizer provided here by WP Launchify. Now, the problem is really simple. We're using the actual underlying theme of Kadence for the majority of what the site displays require. What we've done with the Fluent Community Customizer is to make that visible inside of Fluent Community as a continuous thing, which really brings a nice look and feel. However, in some cases, the fonts might not line up. And that is to say, you might have a difference of how the font displays in the Community Customizer versus the front end. Let me show you a tool that I'm going to also demonstrate for you that'll allow you to see this very easily. It's called CSS Peeper. I love that name, CSS Peeper, and it's an extension for Chrome. You can install it for no cost, and what it allows you to do is instantly look inside to see what fonts are being used, what elements are being shown, even colors. I love this tool even as much as the inspector. So when we use the Peeper, it has this nice window, and when I roll my mouse over, it will display what it is that I need to see. Now notice inside of the customizer, when I am showing the underlying menu from Kadence, it's showing that the font family is Apple System. If I move this out of the way, let me see if I can do that. You can kind of get a better, it's still a little, let me move it over here. You can see here that it's Apple System as the font family. That is not what we're offering. If we go back to the front end, you'll see that in the normal menu, I'm probably using Montserrat, maybe Lotto Sans, I gotta see. Let's go to the front, so we'll turn off the Peeper. And you can do this with the inspector as well, but the Peeper, I just love saying it too, the Peeper is so easy. Let's use the Peeper. I love to have fun here. Let's look at the menu on the front with the Peeper. And we can see, yes, indeed, see where it says font family, Montserrat. So in order to achieve the parity on the Community Customizer, I've got a snippet for you. I was debating whether or not I want to include this as a feature, as a checkbox inside of the Fluent Community Customizer. I may still do that. But for right now, we're going to do it as a copy-paste snippet. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to use the tool here, the Fluent Community Manager, to show you how I can do this in an optimal way. Here is how to make sure that the Fluent Community menu font is the same as it is for the whole site. Just add this snippet to your Fluent Community Customizer CSS box. Now, I noticed in the latest version of Fluent Community that they've now got a custom box for adding fonts in JavaScript. High five, guys. Taking the suggestion because this is very convenient, but I still have it inside of the Fluent Community Customizer because it works. You can use either one of them. It's just a matter of looking for your stuff in the same spot. So I like to use one place for all my CSS. However, that is not going to work with the Fluent Community Customizer if I put it inside of the normal Kadence Customizer appearance, additional fonts, additional CSS. That won't work. We need to get it inside of the souffle of the customizer. So either use what I'm using, which is the Fluent Community Customizer, or use the default CSS box. And here is the actual font I want to use. Notice if I type the slash, I can put code in place and then paste it. And this is, I'm doing two things. Let's decide I'm going to paste this into the minute launch discussion. This is how I'm able to use the tools here in order to show what I'm going to do. Now let's put it in place. I go into the dashboard and I'm going to go inside the Fluent Community Customizer, the CSS. So if we go here, we've got a convenient box where I put all of my other mods, custom CSS. Notice I've got some stuff in there. I'm just going to drag it open a little bit more so I can see it, and I'm going to paste it at the bottom. And if you want, you can add this very special syntax, 2 slashes, 2 asterisks, and then say changes font of Kadence menu to match when in Community. Now, let me discuss something. I appreciate that they're changing things really quickly and they're making some new tools. There should be a font selection tool. There is not currently. And what's happening is somebody put in an incredibly incredibly broad rule. Body asterisk. This basically says that use this font set that they're giving you for every single thing inside of the body of the customizer. That is just wild. The rule that I've given you overrides that, and it says look to Kadence and use whatever the Kadence body selection is, so at least you can get back control over that. I don't blame them for doing it. It's sort of like a Hail Mary pass in a football game. But man, oh man, is that a broad rule to be putting in without any other controls. Now, if we refresh, we may want to clear the cache. Let's use our little cutie tool. Let's peep it. I did not clear the cache, but I think it's going to work fine anyway. So come on, Peeper. All right, let's drag the Peeper. Never gets old. And now it's Montserrat. Problem solved. I hope this helps you to understand how you can become a master over the fonts and the family and the other styles inside of your Fluent community using the Fluent Community Customizer and a couple free tools. I'll see you on the next masterclass.